Welcome to the 10th round of the FDC. This was a 25% race at Silverstone. Our 18-minute qualifying session was won by the Almighty, 2 tenths ahead of Wondorian in second. The Bumpy Flump took third, and rounding out the second row of the grid was Spellman is Reborn. To the race start, and Wondorian lost a position to the Bumpy Flump. At the back, Desommery went sideways, and the Almighty held on to first position through the first few corners. On board with my view for the start, and you can see Wondorian struggling to get away. And it was nice to have a drama-free start so we can settle into our races. On board with Wondorian on lap 1. Perhaps due to the dirty air, the Bumpy Flump was offline, and that gave Wondorian the opportunity to retake second position. Heading down the hangar straight, Wondorian managed to get ahead. Back on board with my view on lap 1, and I was under pressure by Italus, so I just focused on trying to go fast and staying ahead. If there's one thing I've realised about F1 2019, it's that the dirty air really makes it difficult to follow a car. So all I really had to do was just keep my pace up, and then I'd probably be okay. But then on lap 5 I had a slow speed mistake, and I thought that might have cost me the position. And Italus was close, but I think he might have slowed down out of caution. At the end of lap 5 I came in for a fairly straightforward pit stop. But then at the start of lap 7 I found Italus ahead of me as he exited the pits. So he must have pulled out a good couple of laps with the clear air ahead of him before his pit stop. Wondorian on lap 7 had done his pit stop and caught up to Jason. Jason was still on his soft tyre, might have been struggling for grip. By lap 11 HD Gamer had caught up to me and made me nervous as he stuck his nose into Cop's corner. Italus was slowly building a gap ahead of me in 4th, and I was just managing to hold on to 5th against HD Gamer, but then into Brooklands HD Gamer managed to get ahead, and I wondered if that was the end of the battle because I thought HD Gamer might have had a bit more pace than me, until he got a bad exit onto the hangar straight and I had the DRS to help me capitalise on his mistake. But I braked too hard at Stowe, so it gave the opportunity for HD Gamer to come back at me. And our cars were close, but I'm not sure if there was contact as I got a little bit sideways. I probably just gave it too much throttle. But with a gap behind, I had nothing to lose really. Wondorian seemed to be catching up to the Almighty at the end of the race, and was only 1 second away from taking the lead and had the DRS. But with only a few corners to go, the Almighty managed to hold on to first position and cross the line in first. I tried my best to catch back up to HD Gamer, but my ERS was all but depleted, and I didn't exactly have much fuel left in the tank. So after a very enjoyable 25% race, I crossed the line in 6th. I had a better qualifying session than I usually do, but there were a few drivers missing from this event. And you can see how close Spellman and the Bumpy Flump were on their qualifying times. And sure enough, Italus just edging ahead of me on the fastest laps, with Spellman is Reborn stealing the outright fastest lap. The automatic time penalties changed the order a bit. So the Almighty took his second win, Wondorian in second, Spellman in third, yours truly in 4th, Italus 5th, our new member HD Gamer jumping straight into the points in 6th, Blackbeard 7th, a best result for Desommery in 8th, Jason in 9th, our new member the Iceman getting a championship point on his first race in 10th, and a retirement for our new member Keg in 11th, and a retirement for Bumpy Flump in 12th. So Justice remains first on these standings, but only by a small margin. The Almighty jumps up from 7th to 3rd, and you can see Spellman climbing the standings very quickly up into 14th. Despite this only being his second race. So that was a very clean 25% race, and we'll see you on the next one.